I'm going to do a little video here on some various AR-15 grips that I have, just kind of showing them, and I'm going to actually put them on a receiver here so you can see what they actually look like on the firearm. And I've got several different brands. I'm not sure who makes every single one of these, but if I know who makes it, like, I'll mention it here. So we'll just kind of go over them. Like, this here is the original. This is a Brownell's copy of the original grip for the AR-15. This is how it was actually designed, more or less. And it's just smooth like this. There's really nothing special to it. It's completely hollow. And it's actually a pretty good grip. I really do like it, like the angle and everything on. It's a pretty good it's a pretty good grip. Especially if you're wearing gloves, it's actually better if you're wearing gloves. But see, it fits. It has no tang on it or anything. And the only problem that I kind of don't like about this grip is this little angle right here. If if you choke up on it too much, because there is nothing back here, you can get your finger in there and it actually kind of hurts you on your hand there. So that's kind of a drawback to it, but it is kind of a good universal grip, because some people really complain about when there's a finger groove in there. I don't mind the finger groove at all, but this is basically the original. This isn't a original, but this is an exact copy of the original grip, because this one, the plastic is obviously different than it was in the 1950s or 60s when they had originally designed it. And this is actually kind of the middle one here, which is, I'm not sure who made it, but it's actually like a reverse copy of the original grip. And it's actually got like a retrofitted A2 grip, finger groove in there. It's a really unique grip, but actually this material, whatever the heck it's made out of, it feels so nice in your hand, and the reverse checkering on it is really nice. This is actually a really good grip, even though it's a primitive grip, and but I really do like it. And when you put it on the firearm here, this one's a little tighter than the other. It's just like that, and then you have the finger groove in there. And what I like about this is that the finger groove keeps your finger from sliding up and running into this. There is a little block you can get that goes in there, but I've never had one, and I don't know how good they are, if they prevent that or what they actually do. I've never actually owned one, but this is nice. But then also the finger groove kind of prevents you from putting your hand up any further. So that's a kind of a neat grip. I don't know who actually manufactured it. It came off of one of my SGWs that I had. So and then we have the actual A2 grip here, which looks like this. You'll see the difference between, this one's kind of good to see the differences. It doesn't have that little, where there was a sling swivel. I think on the AR-10s, the one that came before the AR-15, they had adopted there. I think it had a sling swivel there, but then this is the actual proper A2 grip, and I don't mind it either. It's fine. The finger groove there, I'll just show it. It's no different than the last one that I showed. Yeah, okay, so this one's a little bit tight too. They should be a little bit tight when you put them on. You don't really want them loose in any way, so you get that same effect there. It's a pretty good grip. Well designed. The checkering is a little bit sharp, but if you're using gloves, you'll be happy for it. And I also have one, again, I don't know who made it, but it's got this camouflage, multi-camouflage on it. But it came off of somebody's, they had a camouflage higher end rifle, and for whatever reason they took it off. So it's actually pretty nice coloration. I'll go to another grip which I really don't like, because I do like finger grooves, but for whatever reason this grip here, which is more like what I would call an HK grip, it hurts your hand, because I don't know if the material, I mean, it's just plastic, but the way it spreads your finger out, it really hurts your fingers when you hold it. You feel the recoil. It doesn't dampen recoil at all, and you feel it right in your fingers, right here. It's not a really great grip. Somebody might like it, and then it's got a huge sort of like beaver tail there. I like this feature, which is on both sides, and like, why wouldn't you have it on both sides? Because it really doesn't get in the way. Also has a storage compartment here, which is just one of the simple ones. You just pop it open and it's just empty. So I'll put it on the gun there, and you can see when you put it on, like, because of the way the grips are, the beaver tail doesn't really matter, because you can't really, I mean, unless you were going to hold the grip like that, you can't really choke up on it. So it's kind of useless to have that on there and the grips. Might just be my hand or something, but anyways, there's that one. It's not one I recommend, and I also don't know the manufacturer of this one. And then we have the Magpul Mo Grip. This is like the basic one. There's one that doesn't have the beaver tail, but I think the standard one is the one with the beaver tail. And then the one without it is like the smaller one, I think. And this is you know, it's perfectly adequate. The stippling they use on it isn't really much, but it's just enough. And then it has a compartment here, opens just like that. It's really simple opening. It's a really good thought out compartment that they did on this one. And the grip angle is pretty good, and I like how they've dished it out here, like for your thumb. That's really good too. It is really well thought out. I don't know if I can get this one on, because this one fits on. Some of them are a little bit tight because they weren't for this particular gun. There, okay, so it's on there. See, that's another thing too. It should be tight like that. It's just because I'm doing the video, it's a little hard to get on, but it is nice that they're tight like that. They should be on there like that. And I like the spacing here for the trigger, like where it gets you right into the alignment of the trigger really fast. So I like this grip. And also right here, you can see how it's actually slightly lower than this piece here, so you don't really run into it. And we'll get that off of there. And the way they've also hollowed this out and everything, like, it was actually thought through pretty good. Then I'll have a look at the Ergo grip, which some people really like these and some people kind of knock them, I think, because they're probably the cheapest grip on the market. But I believe the SAS adopted this for their C7 or their C8s, whatever they use over there. They adopted these. And they're okay, but like this kind of, it has that rubber overmold, and it's sort of a thing that you either like it or you hate it. And like, if I was just using my hands like this, I think I wouldn't like it because it's too slick, and then your hands get warm or sweaty, and then it's not the greatest. But if you had gloves on, I think I would appreciate it a lot more. But it does give you a little bit of cushioning, which is good. And here's your beaver tail, and just has sort of like an insert, like plastic insert with this rubber molding over it. Then it's cut out here for like an ambi safety on there, I guess. And it fits pretty good too. Like, these are good for as cheap as they are. They're actually very good. And I like the I really like the grip angle on this one. Actually, it's probably my favorite grip angle out of all of them. So, and then you have the little piece there too. So it's pretty excellent. But I mean, if you had a safety that was just a fraction over, which wouldn't be much to cut this way because it is just rubber, but still it would interfere with that. And then we have, I think this was like the very first aftermarket grip I ever got, but this is the SAW grip. This is a Tapco grip, and it's just a replica of the grip that's on the SAW, like the I think it's the 249, the little machine gun thing. And it's pretty interesting. I don't know if the SAW has this piece on it or not, but it's kind of a weird thing here. It's like a metal spring, and it opens really easy. I wouldn't be worried about this like coming open on you, but it's just kind of a weird way of putting the door in there. And then we put it on the gun, and you can see how it has this piece to block that, which is excellent. They've thought of that. And like You can see the grip here. I actually really like this grip. Is like totally underrated. I think people just see it as a cheap, you know, it's really ugly. There's nothing to it, and but it is actually, it feels really good in your hands. If you were using gloves, I think this would be even better. Like, it's a pretty nice grip for what it is. And then I'll go to the last grip, or no, actually I'll go to this one here, which this is a Lone Star grip. And basically what it is just like a fattened version of the original AR grip, because people complain, you know, it's too small or whatever. And this is just like a really beefed up version of it. It's kind of interesting that they kept the little sling swivel, because it was, you know, years later, but it's just like a big beefed up version of it. And you can see here how fat this is, but that could hurt your hand if you slid up there enough. And then it has a door on it, which is another improvement over the original grip. And it's nothing special. You just push that tab and it comes out. But it is pretty secure that it will hold your stuff. So there's that one. And then my favorite grip, which actually probably I would say, I don't know if this is my favorite, because the one that I really used to like, but I don't have anymore, is the BCM Gunfighter grip, because I'd like to just, it's almost the same as this one, except it has a slightly more vertical grip in it. But this is the one I ended up with here, which is the IMI Defense grip. And I really like this grip. Everything about it, like, it's got the like soft on here, but there's really aggressive texturing on here, which none of the others really have that. If you look at them, like the Magpul one, it does, but it has this real like distinctive style. This one has more like a nicer feeling one, so it's not so much like a cheese grater like the Mo is. And then I really like the system here of pulling this up. I guess these would hold up over time. I don't know how many times you're gonna pull your thing out from your grip, but this holds to, I think they're CR123 batteries. I believe that's going there, like the little lithium batteries. I believe that's what actually fits in there. So you can put them in there, and then it just clips in, and it's not intrusive and stuff. Really good, smart, thought out idea. And then like the Magpul one, it's also got relief in there. So I'll put it on the gun here, so you can see it looks like that. It's just a little bit, I don't know if it actually is a steeper angle. It's almost, I would say it's almost identical to the Mo, actually. I thought it was maybe on a little drop down, but I might have been thinking of the Gunfighter grip. But I really like this grip. I really like it, because this piece too, it seems like you can't almost run your finger too far over, and then the length to the trigger for my finger is just about perfect. The Mo might be a fraction better, but I really like this grip. And then it's got the full, like, longer type beaver tail on there. So it's an excellent grip, and it's, you know, it's not intrusive or ugly or anything, and it doesn't stick too far. Like a lot of them, like if you look at the saw grip, there's so much at the bottom of the grip for some reason. But anyways, so this was like a video. I just wanted to show some like alternate grip options here. Like that one, it looks cool, but it's actually not that great. And then you can see some of the original grip designs compared to what we have now. And really, I just wanted to show them here. And other than that, thank you for watching.